Hello and welcome to this Dell PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance video. In this demo, we'll cover quick recovery support for PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance with a standalone PowerProtect Data Manager server. Before performing a successful catalog synchronization between the PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance and the PowerProtect Data Manager and PowerProtect Data Domain instance, you must ensure the PowerProtect Data Manager version within the DM5500 and the remote PowerProtect Data Manager server are on the same version. Ensure that there is a dedicated administrator role which exists on both PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance and the remote PowerProtect Data Manager server. It should not be the default admin account. Ensure the remote PowerProtect DD Appliance instance is added as a replication target on PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance. Ensure the remote PowerProtect DD Appliance instance is added as a storage target on the remote PowerProtect Data Manager server. Ensure that the relevant asset source is enabled on the remote PowerProtect Data Manager server. Using a web browser, enter the appliance's management IP. On the main login screen, use the admin user and the password set during the initial deployment to log into the appliance. After we log in, we see the appliance dashboard. For today's demonstration, I have already ensured that the prerequisites are met on both the PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance and the remote PowerProtect Data Manager server. As per the prerequisites, we notice that there is a dedicated administrator role that exists on both PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance and the remote PowerProtect Data Manager server, not the default admin account. The asset sources are enabled and the asset resource is successfully discovered on the appliance. The remote DD Appliance instance is added as a replication target on PowerProtect Data Manager Appliance. Let's log out of user admin and log in again with the dedicated administrator account created earlier. Upon login, click on the gear icon at the top right-hand side of the screen, and then click the Disaster Recovery option followed by Remote Systems. Click Add to display the Add Remote Data Manager System dialog. Enter a descriptive name for the Remote Data Manager server. In the FQDN IP field, enter the fully qualified domain name or the IP address of the Remote Data Manager server that you wish to connect. Note: ensure that the Enable Sync option is checked. If unchecked, the catalog information between the Data Manager Appliance and the Remote Data Manager server will not synchronize automatically. Under Credentials, click the drop-down menu and select the Add Credentials option. Now the Add Credentials dialog box is displayed. Enter the credentials details of the dedicated administrator user account and click Save. Verify the certificates and click Save. The Remote Data Manager server has been successfully added as a remote system. To enable data synchronization to the remote DD Appliance system using the protection policy, navigate to Protection Policies and then click Add. On the Add Policy page, enter a name for the protection policy, select the type of asset source to be protected, and click Next. On the Purpose page, select the Crash Consistent Radio button and click Next. On the Assets page, select the asset that needs to be protected as part of the policy and click Next. On the Objectives page, define the purpose of the backup policy such as schedules, retention policy, and which network interface to use. When you are finished, click Save. Continuing on the Objectives page, select the Replication option, then click Add. The Add Replication dialog box appears. In the Storage Name drop-down menu, select the Remote DD Appliance. Proceed to the Schedule tab and click on the toggle button that states Replicate immediately upon backup completion. Subsequently, set a retention period for the replicated copy and then click Save. Accept the default option under the Options tab, review the summary options, and click Finish. On the Protection Policies page, click the View Details link to view the policy creation workflow job. Let's wait for the configuration jobs completes before proceeding. Navigate to Protection Policies, select the protection policy that was previously created, and click on Protect Now. The Protect Now dialog page will appear under the Assets tab. Select the radio button next to All Assets and click Next. On the Configuration tab, select the radio button next to the option Backup Now and select the backup type of choice as well as the retention period and click Next. Review the options and click Protect Now. On the Protection Policies page, click the View Details link to view the AD/HOC backup job in progress. Let's wait for the protection job to complete before proceeding. Note, the catalog synchronization between the Data Manager Appliance and the Remote Data Manager server may take up to 30 minutes. Now let's log into the Remote Data Manager server with a dedicated administrator account. Upon logging in, the Data Manager dashboard is displayed. On the top right-hand side of the screen, we can see the Remote Systems view. Select the Remote System option and choose the source Data Manager Appliance. On the Restore tab, select the virtual machine asset and click View Copies. Notice that we are retrieving data from the replicated copy on the Remote DD appliance. Let's perform a full VM restore using the replicated copy. Select the preferred copy and click on Restore. Restore has been initiated successfully. Let's monitor the restore job. We observe that the restore job was successful. Now let's proceed to verify the restored virtual machine. Upon inspection, we can confirm that the restored VM is up and running smoothly, which demonstrates the successful restoration of the asset on the target vCenter using the quick recovery method. To learn more, for white papers, videos, and blogs, see the Data Protection Info Hub. For hands-on labs and interactive demos, visit our Demo Center. Thank you for watching.